Yo, we're on. So I guess we're getting to the point where a lot of people are wondering, is Bitcoin done on this move up? And, is it time to take profits from your gains, I guess, through most of 2023? There's a lot of chat around a big correction, and I guess that's kind of standard. It's always happened into the halving. And the question is it now? Has Bitcoin seen the top? Or does it have one more push up? Having made a fair bit over the last while, I'm obviously asking the same questions, and I've been trying to kind of figure out what might be coming. I started actually trying to get my head around it by looking at the totals, and primarily looking at total 3, obviously, because that's where my money is, primarily in the small caps. So, basically I was just looking back at structure in total 3 from previous moments, and I don't think you can do too much analysis on totals, but you can look at kind of structure and horizontal points of support and resistance, and so that's what I did here. You can see that quite obviously there are points of support and resistance, and on horizontal levels, so I've stuck that down, and it kind of marries across here quite nicely. We're currently stuck underneath this shoulder on total 3, and I spent most of my time looking at total 3, and I thought, okay, so perhaps we've had it, we're maybe there, laterally I stuck on this fib thing, because when I looked at the other totals, they're pretty different, and so I'll just give you an example of that at the moment. So as you can see in total 3, we're stuck under this point here, but if you jump onto total 2, you can see we broke it. There's the kind of same shoulder or same previous point of support, which is now resistance, and we cracked on through that, and even more dramatically you can see that on total. So where's the next point? And you can see that it's this next kind of basically the bottom of what would be the relief rally in the markets. You always get this kind of, I'll say relief rally. It's pretty much where market makers and whales are pumping the price in order to sell out on retail and just get that last wee pump into the bottom of the bear market. So total 3 swung all the way up there, notably past this 0.236 as well, and I wonder if it's done here or we've got one more small push, and this is the kind of the key question, really. Certainly it would seem that let's say Bitcoin or the total is done its thing, or it's maybe got one wee more push higher, but it's looking like it's pretty much there. So the question is, does Ethereum then follow on later on and get this, where the rest of the small alts get this push up at least to the 236, if not closer to this previous kind of point of support? Morning, my love. How are you? I'm just doing a wee vid. So yeah, going back to total 3, yeah, you can see we're miles away. I mean, it could be the case that we're stuck here, but it's my instinct that we're not, and so we're going to see some sort of blow off top. Probably happens pretty quickly, but it gives us the second push higher into the new year. I don't necessarily think it's going to happen this week. I think this is going to happen into February, possibly into March. And I also kind of think that Bitcoin has one more push higher here. A lot of people talking about the fact it's done. This is a super simple chart, but it's one I've been keeping an eye on since the start of the year, and it's just the macro fib extension from the low 2020 to the high back down again. You can see it respected these numbers throughout 2023, initially hitting this 236 twice before eventually breaking out, smashed through the 382, and I do think it's going to come up to the 0.5 here. So I mean, obviously I could be wrong, this is all just kind of speculation, but yeah, the idea is that we'll get up to here with Bitcoin, one more push higher, possibly 49, now wick into 50k, and then down. What I think might happen in the short term, though, is it gets everyone bearish, and we see that a pullback to maybe 36k at the lowest, get everyone bearish, and then it pushes up in the new year before finally giving us a proper correction into the halving. Obviously speculation, but there are some kind of indications that Bitcoin's not quite done here. I saw some major pullbacks on the RSI, I'm trying to remember which time frame it was, but it's come down really high. Here we go on the 12 hour here. I mean, you've got from these lows here, it's on this 12 hour. I mean, this last dip has really caused the RSI to crash quite hard, which giving you this this continuation divergence or hidden bullish divergence right from here to here. We shall see. We don't see it as dramatically on the daily. I'd like to see the daily come down all the way down here. We'll see, because I do suspect that we get a kind of bigger pullback. And again, just looking at simple structural kind of support and resistance around about this area here would be my. Let me take off this macro fib. Here is a good idea. I think we get a dip to here over the next week, possibly maybe not until the new year. It's going to the markets are going to close, maybe not too much will happen. Dip to kind of this region, another attack up to around about 50k, and then a grind off. And meanwhile, we get this kind of blow off top. Ethereum needs to catch up. It's done nothing. It's been pretty poor. So I expect actually a lot higher from Ethereum. I'm expecting that Ethereum gives us a decent run to 2800 or that region before we get into the halving. This is not a long enough chart. Let's find a better chart for ETH. What are we on here? That's superb. That's probably by a bit. I don't know if it's given us the lows from 2020. Let's find the ETH index. Where are you? Here we go. Okay, so we can do a similar thing that we did. Oops, that up, didn't I? So let's see where Ethereum is in comparison to Bitcoin. Yeah, there we go here. So yeah, this is my idea that Ethereum reaches up around here, 2800, 2700. I mean, actually, if you look at the structure, Bitcoin's looking to trade up to here. And Ethereum isn't, so perhaps it goes even higher. I mean, yeah, we're looking at the 0.5 for Bitcoin, and we're not even at the 382. So yeah, I feel that we've got a bit more to go generally in this area of the market. Yeah, hard to say, and it's obviously everyone's guess now. A lot of people are going to want to start taking profits because they have made so much over this kind of year. You want to hold on to them going into the halving, catch the bottom of or either short Bitcoin around 50k. Make a bit more money and then ape long on your spot positions for the rest of the couple of years going forward. But yeah, still feel we've got a wee bit more. Let's see what happens.